Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Yu-Gi-Oh video on the channel. Today we're going to be covering all of the plot twists in episode 77 of Go Rush, because there were a lot. But before I jump in, so the first 30 seconds of the episode reveal that Kael was the one who came up with the physical design for the enemy in the Velgarian War. And we know his design was the final version because the picture he holds up looks exactly like the enemy we saw in 52. We also know that Kael helped create the Velgarians, but he probably didn't help with Udius's creation, since the only one we actually see working on Udius, which is so weird to say, is the creator, who, oh my goodness, isn't even actually Otis, apparently. Now, you're probably thinking, what do you mean it's not Otis? It's clearly been Otis from the time he showed up in 51. Well, we'll go over that a bit later. But anyway, the main focus of the episode is on the finale of the Galaxy Cup. If you remember from 76, Udius had just used Interstellar Change to not only survive the attack, but also force Zuijo to switch out, so Yuhi took over the duel. Are you kidding me? A darkness version of Transmute Rhynak? If you're wondering why I'm making such a big deal out of Udius having a darkness version of one of his monsters, that's because Transmute Rhynak represents Udius. It's the card he's been self-identifying with since the show started. Do you see the symbolism here? Anyway, since you use 3 monsters to summon Crisis, Udius activates its effect to destroy Voideville Chaos Machia that Zuijo had left in the field. Then Crisis gains 1800 attack until the end of the turn. Udius would win if his attack goes through, but Yuhi activates his face down card. And side note, I really love how Zuijo and Phaser are chiming in to explain the cards. It really shows the whole team thing. Apparently Phaser put Joint Tech cards in his deck as well as Voideville cards for this duel. But was it really Phaser that put the Joint Tech cards in there? I wonder. Anyway, Udius uses a spell to make Nest Rider lose 3000 attack until the end of the turn. Crisis attacks Nest Rider, but Yuhi uses a trap to lower Crisis's attack by 900 and save his monster from destruction. So Yuhi and Nest Rider both survive the turn. On Yuhi's next turn, he manages to get out Requiem, which I'd like to say I did call that would happen. It's weird hearing Yuhi's voice say the chant instead of Zuijo's voice, but it does make for a really cool moment, and Zuijo's surprised at first, but he does approve, so there you go. Yuhi ends up getting out all 3 archetypes, which is even cooler, and Udius debates on whether or not to activate his trap, but decides not to. After Udius says this to Yuhi, which, by the way, is absolutely awesome, Kael decides, you know what? Udius isn't following my plans anymore. I'm gonna take over now. But Udius is so epic that this happens.
それがしはずっと前から。仲間たちが皆必死にお前の企てに抗うべく戦っていることを、お前がそれがしを利用していることも、選手としての勘が告げていた。この敵は手強い。通常のやり方ではダメだと。まさかユーディアス。だからお前がそれがしに取り憑こうとするこの時を待った。相手が攻撃を仕掛けてくる時こそ、こちらが攻め込む最大のチャンスである。戻れなくなるぞ。元より承知の上だ。
Yeah, so Quietel takes over the duel, and Udius enters the world of Quietel's memories. Udius is attempting to find out more about Quietel in the hopes that he can understand him better. He learns that each of the card Tomato's personalities are apparently based in a different galaxy, for all the sense that makes, and Quietel is based in the Milky Way. Run and the others have finally found the control room they've been looking for 3 episodes, and surprise, Otis isn't there, but Yuga-chan is. I touched on this earlier, but Yuga-chan explains that the creator that we all thought was Otis was never actually Otis. Instead, he was apparently Otis's Earth Damar that we didn't know he had. The way Yuga-chan explains it, he figured it out because a normal human wouldn't be able to create the card Tomata. I guess we all just thought Otis had some sort of superpowers, because we all thought it was Otis. Going back to the duel, Quietel activates his face down to return all of Yuhi's monsters to his hand. Quietel now thinks he's won, but Yuhi has a surprise up his sleeve. Or rather, Phaser has a surprise in his deck, because Yuhi plays actual Polymerization. For those of you that don't know, we haven't seen actual Poly since before Rush Duels. It hasn't been in Go Rush, it wasn't in Sevens, and I don't think it was even in Brains. That means we haven't seen actual Poly since Arc 5. And now Phaser suddenly has in his deck so Yuhi can activate it? Oh my goodness. Yuhi uses Polymerization to fuse the 3 monsters that Quietel just returned to his hand, and Fusion summons...
Jointo Daichi! Jointo Unabara! Jointo Tenku! Rikukai Kure! Toshi Basha Billion! Fusion Shokan! Jointech Torai Dynamax!
Try Dynamax's effect allows it to attack 3 times, so Yuhi destroys Crisis and attacks 2 more times to finish Quietel off with probably one of the best lines in the entire series.
本当にユーリアスのことを見てきたのか? 全然わかってねえな、お前は!
Quietel finally reveals that he sealed his heart away, along with the creator. Now that we know that the creator is an Earth Damar, does that mean that he's the Dark Damar? Okay, it doesn't look like Zuijo's too happy about this. Anyway, Epoch jumps in Quietel, and somehow when she touches him, there's a giant shockwave, and Udius returns? Okay then. Epoch's box is broken, and her face is finally revealed in full. Also, I like how when the shockwave goes off, everyone's shielding their face, including Zuijo, except for Phaser, who's just standing there staring at it. Yuhi tells Udius what happened, and it's a great moment all around. Everyone's happy, fireworks go off, Yuhi receives the prizes for winning the tournament, and the arc is officially over. And with that wraps up all the plot twists in episode 77. Please remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Have a great day, everyone, and I'll see you next time. Huh? Well, that's not good.